Hello friends. Welcome to our YouTube channel, Chronicle, where we bring you stories and insights about important historical figures and events. In today's video, we will be discussing a personality who not only worked for the education and welfare of Muslims but also showed them a new path forward. Yes, we are talking about Sir Syed Ahmed Khan, who introduced a new direction for Indian Muslims during British rule. So, let's dive into the life and work of Sir Syed Ahmed Khan. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan is counted among the most influential personalities in Indian history. There is no doubt that among the eminent figures India takes pride in, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan holds a significant place. He dedicated his entire life to the welfare of the Muslim community. If one hand of his was on the pulse of the community, the other hand was on the pace of the times. Sir Syed was a pragmatic individual who considered the advancement of education as the key to the progress of the community. Sir Syed was born on October 17, 1817, into a respectable family in Delhi. He was named Ahmad. He was a Hussaini Syed by lineage, with the title, Khan, being hereditary, and the title, Sir, was conferred upon him by the British government. Thus, he became known as Sir Syed Ahmed Khan. God had gifted him with a brilliant mind and a courageous heart. His journey in life began with government service, but he spent his entire life serving the nation and the community. Sir Syed's life offers invaluable lessons. These include staying committed to one's goals until the very end, using all legitimate means to achieve them, not losing hope in the face of opposition, but rather confronting it with courage and resilience. Hard work and perseverance were integral parts of his life. He never avoided raising his voice for his conscience, regardless of any pressure, influence, or disagreement. These traits became inseparable from Sir Syed's personality. He was not only a symbol of determination and steadfastness but also a highly self-respecting individual who would not tolerate anything that compromised his dignity. After the failure of the 1857 War of Independence, a sense of defeat, inferiority, and widespread despair began to spread among Muslims. In this critical situation, two types of leadership emerged. The first was led by Maulana Qasim Nanotvi, 1833–1880, while the second leadership was under the banner of Sir Syed Ahmed Khan, 1817–1898. Maulana Muhammad Ishaq Jali's Nadvi writes, Sir Syed's education was based on traditional principles, and he was nurtured in the lap of religion. When he opened his eyes to consciousness, the sun of the Mughal Empire was about to set. His family had been associated with the Mughal court for a long time, and he himself visited the court during his early years. This gave him an opportunity to observe the declining Mughal Empire up close. He witnessed with his own eyes the chaos, a faint glimpse of which he portrayed in his grandfather Nawab Dabir ul-Dawla Amin ul-Mulk Khwaja Fariduddin Khan's biography, Sirat-e-Faridiyya. The echoes of those voices were still ringing in his ears when Mughal princes would climb onto the rooftops of the palaces and cry out, "We are starving, we are starving." He saw the moral, political, social, and economic decay that was eating away at the Mughal Empire like a termite. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan was around 13 or 14 years old when Hazrat Syed Ahmad Shahid raised the banner of reform and freedom. He closely observed this movement. The family of Shah Abdul Aziz Delvi was the center of his reverence, and he attended the sermons of Shah Ismail Shahid. In his book, Asar as-Sanadid, Sir Syed described the lives of Hazrat Syed Ahmad Shahid, Shah Ismail Shahid, and Shah Abdul Aziz Mahadith Delvi with great affection and enthusiasm, which shows the deep respect and love he had for these revered figures. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan was also a student of Maulana Mamluk Ali at Delhi College, who was the teacher of Maulana Muhammad Qasim Nanotvi, founder of Darul Uloom Deoband, and his uncle by relation. It is a remarkable coincidence that the storm of the 1857 rebellion shook the foundations of social and political life in India, and during this time, two contrasting movements or schools of thought emerged, both originating from the same source. The founders of both movements were nourished by the same institution and teacher. When Delhi was devastated and Delhi College was closed, two new centers emerged in its place, Deoband and Aligarh. As someone aptly put it, just as Maulana Muhammad Qasim took the Arabic section of Delhi College to Deoband, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan took the English section to Aligarh. Sir Syed's personality was multifaceted. As the saying goes, I excel in every art, what can't I accomplish? Sir Syed Ahmed Khan can be discussed from various angles. Sir Syed as a loyal servant of the nation and community. Sir Syed as a great advocate of Hindu-Muslim unity. Sir Syed as an expert in education. Sir Syed as a revolutionary figure. Sir Syed as an honest and experienced journalist. Sir Syed as a distinguished Urdu writer. Sir Syed as a historian. Sir Syed as a renowned orator. Sir Syed as an excellent editor. Sir Syed as a skilled author. Sir Syed as a selfless spokesperson for the community. Sir Syed as a critic. Sir Syed as a capable administrator. Sir Syed as a compassionate father. Sir Syed as a devoted husband. Sir Syed as a true benefactor for the poor and destitute of the community, and so on. From studying Sir Syed's life, 4 prominent aspects emerge. Firstly, he was never afraid of criticism. He did not see criticism as something to fear but as an opportunity for contemplation, reform, and renewal. Secondly, Sir Syed possessed a courageous and bold heart. He never hesitated to speak the truth. It was his fearless personality that led him to write Asbab-e-Bahawat-e-Hind, The Causes of the Indian Revolt, holding British officials responsible for the events of 1857. Similarly, he authored the masterpiece, Khutbat-e-Ahmadiyya, in response to Sir William Muir, who had misrepresented and mocked the life of the Prophet Muhammad, PBUH. Sir Syed wrote this book while residing in London. He stated, "The book written by Sir William Muir about the life of the Prophet, PBUH, has deeply hurt me. Its injustices and biases have scorched my heart, and I resolved to write a book on the life of the Prophet, PBUH, as I had intended earlier. Even if it costs all my money, and I am left a beggar asking for alms, so be it. On the day of judgment, I will at least be called upon as the humble Ahmad, who lived and died in poverty for the honor of his grandfather, Muhammad PBUH." Regarding the preparations for this book, Sir Syed wrote, "I began ordering books on the Prophet's life from France, Germany, and Egypt. Letters were dispatched, and I bought the printed edition of Sirat-e-Hisham and several books in Latin. I appointed a person who could translate the Latin text and explain its content to me. If my book is completed, I will consider coming to London equal to performing 10 Hajj and a means of my salvation." A renowned Muslim scholar, who came here from Constantinople, read my book Khutbat-e-Ahmadiyya. "The words he said, the way he wrote to me, and how he kissed my hands, I can only describe as a source of great joy. However, there are certain parts of the book which, upon being read, might provoke the non-Muslims of India to issue a fatwa of disbelief." The third remarkable aspect of Sir Syed's personality was his advocacy for Hindu-Muslim unity. He often used to say, "Oh my friends, I have said it many times before, and I say it again, that India is like a bride whose 2 beautiful and enchanting eyes are the Hindus and Muslims. If these 2 groups quarrel with each other, the bride will become cross-eyed. And if they destroy one another, she will become blind. So, O residents of India, whether you want this bride to be cross-eyed or blind is now in your hands." He also used to say, "Hindu and Muslim are religious terms, but in reality, Hindus, Muslims, and Christians living in this country are, in essence, one nation." The renowned educationist and chairman of Zakat Foundation, Delhi, Drive, Syed Zafar Mahmood, rightly stated that Sir Syed Ahmed Khan laid the foundations of secularism through his institution, Madrasatul Ulum, at a time when neither the rulers nor the ruled were familiar with the term secularism. A prime example of national unity and mutual brotherhood can still be observed at Aligarh Muslim University. The fourth remarkable aspect of Sir Syed's personality was his unwavering dedication to his nation and community. He was a towering symbol of perseverance and determination. He never allowed laziness or idleness to enter his life. Generosity and broad-mindedness were intrinsic to Sir Syed's nature. He was deeply distressed by the decline, helplessness, and lack of ambition among Muslims. Sir Syed himself described his state of mind in the following words. "The condition of the community at that time was unbearable. Believe me, this sorrow aged me and turned my hair white. But then, the thought arose that it would be an act of utter cowardice and selfishness to abandon my community in its state of ruin and retreat to a safe corner. No, it is essential to share in their hardships and gather courage to alleviate these troubles. It is a national duty." Sir Syed expressed his resolve and determination in these words. The question arises as to what we should do. In our opinion, the answer is clear: steadfastness, 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 courage, 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 effort, effort, effort. We should not concern ourselves with the government's policies. If any trace of self-respect remains within us, we must demonstrate to the government that while it may have control over people's lives, it does not have control over their opinions. The scope of Sir Syed Ahmed Khan's services was vast. For the welfare and progress of the nation and community, he established a school in Moradabad in 1858, where no such institution existed at the time. Later, when he moved to Ghazipur, he founded another school there. Similarly, in 1862, while in Ghazipur, he established the Scientific Society. The primary aim of this society was to translate and publish notable English books on science and arts into Urdu. This society was later relocated to Aligarh in 1864. In 1869, Sir Syed travelled to England. After staying there for 18 to 19 months, he returned to India in October 1870. The first task he undertook upon his return was the launch of the journal Tahzeeb-ul-Akhlaq, whose first issue was published on December 24, 1870. Someone rightly said, Tahzeeb-ul-Akhlaq impacted every aspect of Muslim life. It taught the community how to read, write, think, and understand. Sir Syed did not create writings that merely provided mental relaxation or entertainment like an ordinary writer. Instead, as a fearless journalist, he brought about profound changes in every corner of thought and intellect. His style of writing and Tahzeeb-ul-Akhlaq faced much criticism and objections. His writings and journal were even deemed outside the domain of literature. However, over time, the clouds of opposition cleared, and a new dawn emerged in Urdu literature and journalism, where literature and journalism became intertwined. This is Sir Syed's greatest achievement as both a journalist and a writer. In the history of Urdu journalism, Tahzeeb-ul-Akhlaq holds a significant place because it marked the beginning of pure, purposeful journalism. Today's journalists often enter this profession solely for monetary gain. However, even in the current times, Sir Syed's efforts and strategies remain relevant. The nation needs journalists like Sir Syed, who can uphold high standards of journalism while taking on the responsibility of reforming the nation and society. Sir Syed's approach to reforming the community and his adherence to the ethics of journalism is undoubtedly a shining chapter in the history of journalism. Asterisk. On the 24th of May 1875, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan established the Madrasat ul-Ulum, MAO High School, which was inaugurated by Sir William. At that time, Sir Syed was in Benares. In July 1876, after retiring with a pension, he settled in Aligarh. On the 8th of January 1877, the school was upgraded to a college, and its inauguration was performed by Lord Lytton, the Viceroy and Governor-General of India. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan passed away on the 28th of March 1898. After his demise, Nawab Mohsin ul-Mulk made significant efforts to elevate Aligarh College to the status of a university. During his lifetime, he managed to collect around 7 to 8 lakh rupees. After his death, His Highness Sir Aga Khan worked tirelessly for this cause, collecting 20 lakh rupees, and in 1920, it was granted the status of a university. At the time of the school's establishment, Sir Syed delivered a speech in which he said, "As far as possible, I have always contemplated ways for the progress of the nation. The first idea that came to mind was that a Madrasat ul-Ulum should be established by the nation itself. The foundation of this institution has been laid in your city and under your patronage. The doors of the college were always open to non-Muslims, and from the very beginning, both Muslim and non-Muslim students lived in the college boarding house, sharing each other's joys and sorrows. The first student to pass the BA exam from MAO College was a Hindu, Babu Ishwari Prasad. In his autobiography, Hayat-e-Sir Syed Ahmed Khan writes, "I chose Aligarh for this purpose. Aligarh was not my homeland, nor did I have any personal connection with it, but I selected it because it was a place surrounded on all sides by Muslim nobility. Meerut, Bulandshahr, Muzaffarnagar, Saharanpur, Agra, Etah, and a large reservoir of Muslim nobility, i.e., Rohilkhand, where people from noble families reside, are all nearby, and therefore, Aligarh is an ideal place for the education of Muslims." Sir Syed was a visionary. He established the Madrasat ul-Ulum, MAO college, with the aim that the Muslim community would learn modern sciences and be able to give a strong rebuttal to Orientalists and enemies of Islam. He had a clear vision for the college. His statement was, "Philosophy will be in our right hand, natural sciences in our left hand, and the crown of the testimony, La ilaha illallah, on our head." While speaking in Gurdaspur in January 1884, Sir Syed Ahmed Khan said, "Any nation that desires the education of its children and community, it is impossible for this desire to be fulfilled unless it takes education into its own hands. The progress of India will only occur when, through their mutual contributions, their own management, and strength, without interference from the government and its offices, they organize the education of their children according to their own will." While giving a speech in Ludhiana on the 23rd of January 1883, he said, "I tell you the truth, we will not achieve national education and national honor until we take the work of education into our own hands. It is beyond the government's power to fulfill all of our goals." Collection of lectures. In a speech in Lucknow, Sir Syed had once said, "Oh friends, it does not bring me joy that a Muslim has earned a BA or MA degree. My happiness is in making the nation a true nation." Collection of lectures, page 259. In fact, Sir Syed accomplished alone what even an academy could not achieve in such a better and successful manner. Sir Syed Ahmed Khan passed away on the 28th of March 1898 at the age of 81 and was laid to rest in the campus of Aligarh Muslim University. Maulana Ali, while addressing the morning gathering on the occasion of Sir Syed's death, said, "Gentlemen, who can see the pain of the heart that I am trying to express? Sir Syed's departure has taken away the lost fortune of the nation, a priceless treasure of a poor country, and my mentor, friend, and guide. We learned from him the meaning of national service and the lesson of sacrificing one's comforts for the sake of others. When he moved forward on the difficult path of national service, many people who had walked with him sat down in exhaustion. Many struggled forward, but their lips became dry, and blisters appeared on their feet. Their breath became labored, and their faces grew pale. But that resolute man remained fresh, undeterred by the weariness of the journey, the departure of his companions, or the distance from the destination." On the same occasion, Mohsin ul-Mulk, may Allah have mercy on him, said, "I did not only love his personality, but my 50 years of experience had engraved on my heart that if God Almighty ever wanted to give a body and form to national pain and goodwill, Sir Syed would be the name for it." So, friends, that was a glimpse into the life of Sir Syed Ahmed Khan. His hard work and determination set a new course for Indian Muslims. What do you think? Do you believe that Sir Syed's work still impacts our lives today? Feel free to share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed our video, make sure to subscribe to our channel, Chronicle, for more interesting content in the future. Thank you and goodbye.